Your stylist did not give you that safe, rounded cut to be cruel. She gave it to you because easy to manage was easier to explain than stunning. Somewhere between your 40s and your 60s, you heard, "This will be low maintenance," enough times that you stopped asking for what you actually wanted. You just nodded. You just said, "Fine." Today, I want to show you what happens the moment you stop saying fine. Here is a truth most salons will never say out loud. A great haircut behaves like a ring light. You never plug it in, yet it bounces light upward onto your face, lifts what gravity keeps pulling down, and makes people wonder what you have been doing differently, without ever being able to name it. I am walking you through 5 haircuts doing exactly that for women over 60 right now, in 2026. Fair warning, cut number 3 is the one most stylists will quietly talk you out of, and it is producing the most dramatic results of all 5. Stick with me all the way to the end for a face shape match guide and 3 exact phrases to say in the chair. If you are new here, welcome to Timeless Style Living. The channel builds on one belief. Your most confident era is not behind you. It is being styled right now. Subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video. And drop one word in the comments telling me how you usually feel walking out of a salon. I read every single comment. Before the 5 cuts, one thing is worth understanding, because once you know this, you will never look at a haircut the same way again. After 60, 3 things happen to your face and hair at once. Skin loses elasticity. The fat pads that once sat high on your cheekbones drift toward the jaw. And thanks to the estrogen shift at menopause, hair grows back finer than it used to. None of that is a flaw. That is evolution. But a rounded, helmet-shaped cut on a face that has evolved this way does not just underwhelm you, it works against you. A blunt, horizontal line at the jaw drags everything downward, deepens the shadows under your cheekbones, and hardens the lines along your jaw. Here is a controversial thought, and I want you to sit with it. The granny cut is not a style, it is a surrender. It is what happens when comfort quietly replaces confidence, one appointment at a time. The right cut geometry can visually shave years off a face, and most women over 60 say they feel noticeably more confident after switching from an outdated round cut to a modern, architecturally designed one. Your old cut is not neutral. It is doing something to your face, every single day, whether you asked it to or not. These next 5 cuts do the opposite. The most requested cut right now among stylists who specialize in women over 60. Once you see the geometry, you will understand why. The French chin bob sits right at the chin, not above it, not inches below it. That placement creates a clean horizontal line that tricks the eye into reading your jaw as sharper and more defined, even if it has softened. But the real secret is what happens underneath. Ask for invisible internal layering. The outer edge stays blunt and clean, catching light beautifully. Underneath, weight is quietly removed so the hair breathes and moves instead of sitting flat and heavy. A heavy cut physically pulls the skin of your face downward. This bob removes that drag entirely. Styling takes about 60 seconds. Flat iron, a slight inward curl, tuck one side behind the ear, and you have opened your face and lifted a cheekbone all at once. Take this exact phrase to your stylist. I want a French chin bob with invisible internal layering and a blunt perimeter. Keep the outside edge thick and sharp, but remove the weight underneath so it moves. If the French chin bob is the architect, the modern shag is the artist. Most cuts given to women over 60 are designed to be controlled and neat. This one does the opposite on purpose. Layers are multiplied throughout the head to create deliberate cascading movement, and that movement is the whole mechanism. Moving hair reflects light differently with every shift, mimicking the look of dense, youthful hair regardless of what is actually happening underneath. For anyone noticing thinning, that is physics working in your favor. Layers begin at the crown for instant root lift, continue through the midsection in staggered lengths, and the ends are feathered so hair dissolves into movement instead of stopping at a hard line. The 2026 upgrade is the curtain fringe, center part, shorter at the middle, skimming the brows, sweeping longer toward the temples. 1 fringe, 3 lifting effects, opening the forehead, lifting the eyes, framing the cheekbones, with almost no daily styling. Air dry with texturizing mousse, scrunch, and walk out the door. Salon phrase, I want a modern shag with curtain-style face framing, feathered ends, and no blunt perimeter. Point cut or razor the ends so the movement continues all the way to the tip of every strand. 2 cuts in, and if you are already rethinking your next appointment, this is exactly the kind of thing we cover every week here on Timeless Style Living. Subscribing means you never have to guess what actually works for your hair at this stage of life. Here is what most stylists say when a woman over 60 asks for a cut like this. Short hair will age you, your face can't handle it. For decades, women believed them and stayed in the safe zone a little longer. All of it is wrong, and the Bixie is the proof. It is the love child of a bob and a pixie. Short where you need lift, long where you need softness. The back stays clean and tapered at the nape, quietly showing off the jawline. The front stays longer, with a sweeping side fringe crossing the forehead and landing at the cheekbone. That diagonal line is the entire point. A round cut is a circle. The Bixie is an arrow, pointing exactly where you want people to look, straight at your eyes, your cheekbones, you. Here's the detail that stops most women cold. Gray and silver hair is naturally coarser and grittier than pigmented hair. Younger women pay real money trying to fake that lived-in texture with sea salt sprays. Your silver hair already has it built in. This is the first cut here that treats your natural gray as the feature, not the flaw. Salon phrase, I want a Bixie with a clean, tapered nape and a longer, sweeping side fringe that hits my cheekbone. Keep softness at the temples. Do not go too short there. Ask for it finished, textured, and natural, not slicked down. This one is different. No full transformation needed, just a single addition to whatever cut you already have, and stylists quietly call it one of the most effective anti-aging techniques in their toolkit. Most will not mention it unless you ask. Many women in their 60s feel self-conscious about forehead lines and thinning along the hairline. The usual answer is more foundation, which just settles into the creases. A curtain fringe solves it at the source. A whisper of hair softening the upper face without hiding it. It frames you, it does not mask you, and it delivers one of the most visible results for the lowest commitment and risk. Before you sit down, learn the 2-finger rule, the single mistake that ages more women in the chair than any other decision. Place 2 fingers flat against your front hairline. Your fringe should never start farther back than that. Cross that line, and you get a heavy shelf sitting flat on top, pulling the crown down, the opposite of what you came for. Whisper bangs, not wall bangs. Say it before the first snip. Salon phrase, I want a curtain fringe, starting no farther back than 2 fingers from my hairline, center part, shorter at the middle, longer toward the temples. Whisper soft, not heavy, not wide. The boldest cut on this list, and it uses a mechanism none of the others do. This is for the woman who is done letting gravity win. Every other cut here works with gravity, redirecting it, softening it. The flippy bob is the only one that fights it head-on. A traditional bob falls straight or curls inward. This one, sometimes called the bell-bottom bob, flicks outward and upward at the ends, right at the jaw, the exact spot where most women feel they have lost the most definition. Length sits about 2 inches below the chin, enough room for the flip to show fully. Turn the ends out with an iron or round brush in about 60 seconds. Internal layers keep the body light, so the flip reads effortless, not forced. For silver and salt and pepper hair, this cut performs almost unfairly well. Every natural highlight catches light differently as the ends move. You're not adding dimension, you are revealing the dimension your old heavy cut was hiding. Salon phrase, I want a flippy bob about 2 inches below my chin, with the ends flicked outward. Internal layers so the body stays light, perimeter clean so the flip stays defined. Oval face, the most flexible canvas. Every cut here works, but the French chin bob and the modern shag are especially striking. Round face. Prioritize vertical height over width.
The Bixie, the Flippy Bob, and the modern Shag are your 3 strongest choices. Square face, soft diagonal movement is your best friend. The modern Shag, a curtain fringe refresh, or the French chin bob all balance a strong jaw. Do not fight the jaw, frame it instead. Heart-shaped face. You need volume below the cheekbone, which makes the Flippy Bob your strongest match, with the Bixie a close second. Noticeable crown thinning. The Bixie and the modern Shag full stop. Both build volume through the structure of the cut itself, independent of how much hair you actually have. None of this matters if you sit down and say, "Just give me something easy." Take these 3 phrases to every appointment from today forward. Phrase 1. I want upward energy, not roundness. That tells a skilled stylist you understand shape and will not accept a helmet. Phrase 2. Please point cut or slice cut, no straight across chops. This changes the entire texture of the cut and guarantees movement instead of stiff, dated lines. Phrase 3. Show me the back before you finish. Most women never see the back of their own head until they are home. Ask while you are still in the chair. You deserve to love every angle. Remember the woman I mentioned at the start? The one who nodded, who said fine, who kept walking out with the same safe cut, not because she stopped caring, but because she started believing the extraordinary cuts, the ones that make a woman feel electric in her own reflection, were for someone younger. They are not. They never were. They have always been for you. Your hair is the one thing on your entire body you can completely transform in under an hour. No surgery, no recovery, just the decision to stop settling for invisible and start insisting on unforgettable. You are not aging out of your style, you are aging into it. If this video gave you one cut to write down, or the reminder that you deserve better than fine, subscribe to Timeless Style Living. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 you are booking first. I read every one. And if you know a woman who keeps walking out saying it was fine, send her this video. She deserves to know that fine was never her only option.